Good day, my friends, and welcome back once again to Brotherhood of the Bat Collectibles. My name's Chris. I'm the Batman statue collector, and welcome back to another car side chat. I'm just enjoying my iced caffeinated beverage. Hope everybody's having a great, fine day of collecting and just, enjoying your day. So today I actually had a viewer reach out, and they wanted me to talk a little bit about tariffs. And obviously that's kind of the buzzword right now going around. Now, on this channel, we try to stay as far away from politics as we can get. And so I do ask right off the bat to please not get negative down in the comments. We're talking about specifically collecting. But I know it overlaps. I know it does carry over a little bit. Obviously, with the new administration, the big news this week is that there is going to be tariffs, specifically on Canada, Mexico, and China. The current administration feels like there is not a fair balance in terms of trade, in terms of what we get back in the United States. So 25%. I believe 10% to Canada for like energy, I think, but everything else is 25%, Mexico, Canada, China, and that's on top of the already in place tariffs, okay? All the countries have basically responded and said, yes, this is going to affect costs, this is going to affect, and maybe we're going to have to start looking, like Canada said, instead of us importing like Heinz ketchup, they're going to use their own French's ketchup, which is, again, a Canadian based produced ketchup. Okay, so countries are having to maybe pivot a little bit. At least that's their plan. But how will this affect collecting? So I was reading up a little bit on specifically things from China, because that's where we get our stuff from, collectors. We get our statues from China. They're maybe manufactured or designed here in the United States, but then the factories, they are the ones that end up producing the actual statue and shipping it off. So the article basically that I read did say that it can affect electronics and toys. And I don't know if, I'm assuming that collectibles does fall in that category. They did talk about like shoe imports. Like we get 99% of our shoes in the United States from China or outside of the United States. I thought that was really interesting, but China only buys like 56% of shoes from us. So it's interesting to actually look at the percentages of like, what goes where in our country and throughout the world. But basically with toys and electronics, that would definitely affect things coming into our country. Now, the hard part about a tariff is that the consumer is who pays the higher cost, okay? So a lot of people think, well, we'll get this higher cost, or this tariff, and it'll solve all the problems. It could eventually level out. I don't know. I don't know how it's going to play out. I don't know enough about it. But it absolutely could affect the prices that we pay for the goods that come into the country. Now, we already pay a very high cost, right? Statue collecting in particular is very expensive, right? And so I really don't know how it's going to affect the high-end collectibles that we have. It's already been, like, over the last couple of years, it's already priced people out to a point where people are either not collecting or they're only collecting a couple pieces a year. And that's fine. It's like, we collect what we can at the moment, right? Some of us can collect a little bit more. Some of us can collect a little less. For me personally, I only have a handful. I don't even think I have like 5 things on pre-order right now. And that's for a lot of different reasons, but the cost definitely has weighed, I think, a lot of us down a little bit. The shipping costs have weighed us down a little bit. And then, the thought of the prices being passed on the consumer, I wonder if some of the companies overseas, especially, if they will slow down what they show us even more. It's already been slow. I just don't know. I don't know exactly where we are at in terms of exactly how this will affect the community. I think there is a lot of gray area right now. And maybe some of you that are watching this If you can stand, sorry, this giant sunbeam that's behind me. I think I picked a really bad location to film here. But anyway, maybe some of you could weigh in. And again, please, in the comments, try not to get political, try not to get negative. Because again, we're just talking about things in the world right now and how it might affect the things that we love. Outside of collecting, it's going to affect things like steel and lumber, like those type of things, car manufacturing. So there are going to be some trickle down things that could affect us in all of our countries, because maybe we're just not going to buy those things. So we might be without for a while. Things might get a little scarce. I'm hoping it doesn't come down to like food and stuff like that. That's where it gets kind of scary. And I think everybody's going to like stand their ground because nobody wants to give in. So hopefully it doesn't affect things too negatively. And hopefully it's not just the beginning. I'm hoping, fingers crossed. But, I don't know. It's frustrating because I want more than anything this hobby to succeed. But this is just, it feels like it's really even more bad timing because, again, it's just been, it's been a lot of hits that we've taken the last couple years on pricing. Again, I tip my hat to like companies like Sideshow and Tweeterhead and PCS, especially the American-based companies that are trying to keep some prices low, but still, their stuff comes from China. So even with their lower prices, will we see an increase at those companies? I just don't know. And I feel like yes. I feel like the answer will be yes, because those prices will be passed on to the consumer. The companies won't take that hit. They won't. They can't survive. So, I don't know. Again, this is just the ramblings of a fellow collector. I don't have the answers, but I would love if you guys have any insight, if you guys know more than I do. Again, I've just read a number of articles, and again, I'm just trying to like get a feel for what might happen. I think people are, rightfully maybe freaking out a little bit about how it could affect, maybe your particular industry or your particular situation in your life, whether it's outside of collecting or not. I don't know. It's kind of scary times right now, but we keep, treading through. We still collect what we love if we can. Again, it just might be a lot less than what we'd like to collect. But that really goes back to something that we've really been focusing on lately, is appreciating what we already have. We can always look for that new shiny new thing, but if we try to focus on the things that we have, we don't have to necessarily worry about the import taxes and the tariffs and whatever. So anyway, we're not solving any problems. We have another espresso shot there. So anyway, hope everybody's doing great. Just let me know how you're feeling about stuff. Love to hear it. All right. Continue to be good to yourself and each other. Continue to take time for your mental health. Continue to love what you love and collect what you love. Even though there might be hardships, even though there might be bumps in the road, stay true to who you are. Stay true to what you believe in. And let's continue to all work together to make the world a better place. I'll see you soon right here, guys, in the Batcave. Sorry about the sunbeam.
Hey guys, I have partnered up with Red Wolf Collectibles, maker of incredible comic book display options, including this outstanding, heavy-duty, and well-made slab stand featuring an anti-slip pad and all the accessories needed to display your most prized slab comic books, just like this one here in my collection. And now they even have interchangeable 3D design plates that feature really strong magnets that let you easily swap out logos to match your comic books, slabs, or whatever superhero you want to feature in your display in an absolutely incredible way. And these are just some of the plates available for purchase from DC, Marvel, and much, much more. I mean, look at all of the options here. You can even have your own custom logo made. And they also offer magnetized comic book frames. You simply remove the front, place your comic book inside, and place the magnetized cover back on. It's that simple, yet looks absolutely amazing and even features a built-in hook so you can display it on the wall. I mean, look how awesome this looks. Now, if you don't have a slab, you can also purchase their protective comic book cases, which feature high-quality metal corners and screws, and you can also pair this up with the display stands to give it that amazing slab look. Now, all of these are absolutely incredible, and make sure you use code STATUE at checkout for a discount at redwolfcollectibles.com. I'm so happy to be partnering with them because their products are absolutely amazing. Hey guys, thank you so very much for watching today, and if you're new here, please hit the subscribe button right here on the screen and check out these 2 awesome videos. I think you're going to love them. And also please join us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. I would love to have you join in all the fun. Thank you guys so very much for watching. See you in the Batcave.